But at some point, you get over it. Everybody go through I could do this, or I could be doing more, or I should be bringing everybody. Like, and then as you grow, you realize, like, I'm wattling. Like, that's just an impossible and unfair responsibility to put on yourself. I can't. There's no way in hell I can save the world. I can't. It's impossible, and for me to even think that, it's like unfair to me.
Yo. We are back. It is This Side of Jersey podcast, the number one podcast in the world.
Self-appointed.
Let's get it.
Listen, man. This is one of them ones.
It's a special one.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of them ones. We say that a lot, but this is one of them ones, man.
Indeed.
Let's get started, man. I am one of your hosts. My name is Steven. I go by Ugly Steven on Instagram.
It's your boy I Robinson 03 _ all platforms.
And it's OGBs on everything.
And we got Korean Tay _ behind the camera.
Let's
All right,
get it.
y'all. We got some special content for the day. I just want to get into layup lines and get into the interview, bro. This one, we've been waiting for this one, and it's here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Listen, let's get into layup lines. For those who don't know, layup lines is a segment where we like to just get our guests loose. You feel me? Ask them some quick, fun questions that they have to answer in 24 seconds. All right? All right, we got 24 on the shot clock.
Indeed.
Contestant, are we ready?
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk into it. We got 24 on?
Yes, sir.
All right, try not to look at the screen because they're gonna come up on the screen. All right. Tell me when to go,
You good?
Being a manager or being an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Pay yourself or pay the business?
Pay the business.
Bellamy Brand apparel or RawBunch apparel?
Bellamy Brand apparel.
Battle rap surf or album mode surf?
Album mode, sir.
Miami or Atlanta?
Miami.
Build a studio or renovate an Airbnb?
Build a studio.
New York or Philly?
Philly.
Make sure you kill me or until further notice?
Until further notice.
Time. Very well done, sir. Very well done, sir.
He didn't even have the thing on it.
Right. Yeah, that was smooth. All right, man. Listen. We got a real special guest to give a few titles to get into it. He is an entrepreneur first. He is Tsu Surf's manager, and he is the brand owner and founder of Bellamy Brand. Ladies and gentlemen, Qua Bellamy is here. He's in the building. What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Good. Man, listen, we appreciate you being here, bro. It's been a long time coming. Tell us a little bit about you, bro. So I have a little relationship with you from obviously the events that you was putting on.
Yeah.
But where are you from? Tell people where you're from. Describe the demographic, the environment. Paint the picture for us.
I'm from Newark, New Jersey, the south ward of Newark, from Elizabeth Ave. I'm right across the street from Weekway Park.
Okay.
It's like one of the biggest parks in the city of Newark. Nothing but buildings, high-rise buildings. I lived in one of them. I was on the 12th floor. Okay. Of a 28-story building. And there's nothing but buildings. We all the same age, so we see everybody's older brother, their older brother. So it's like we see the different layers of each individual. Like I see you at 8. I also see the 18-year-old version of you. I also see the 28-year-old version of you. It's like we're just switching spots. It's like,
so seeing people. So describe the demographic then in Newark. Describe what it's like growing up there. Describe the challenges. Describe, like you said, you're seeing people at different levels, right? So like, what are some things that you've seen in like people who are 8, and then by the time they're 20, they're a totally different. You know what I mean? You
could see which of the 8-year-olds were going to be the problems. Like you're going to be this version of the dynamic. Like I see your path already. I'm watching it. Yeah. And then you see the others that you know, like he might be one of the ones who actually make it out. Like he has a head on his shoulders. Like, so it's like if you actually step back and watch, you can see the transgression of everyone's life damn near. Like you can map out where they're going to be in the next 5 years or the next 10 years. Like I'm watching it already. It's like,
wow. Would you say what are some of your favorite things about Newark? What are some of your favorite things? We're going to go both sides. We're going to go favorite, and you can say some things that are not your favorite. But let's start with what is your favorite.
What is my favorite is that wherever you are from, wherever area you are from, y'all are family regardless. So it's like if that's your block, that was your block. Like y'all had no choice but to be one, especially if y'all were away from the block. Okay. I mean, it's like, because you got to come back here. So if another one of us was out and about and you were there, you could have helped him and you didn't, it's going to come back here. Yeah. It's like you kind of went against the family.
Wow. Does that come with, do you see people who struggle with that kind of loyalty? Are there people who are not, you know what I mean? Are there people who struggle with maintaining that kind of loyalty to their section?
Nah, I feel like it comes so natural that you don't even know you made that decision.
Wow.
That's the bread Newark way a little bit.
It's like how I'm going to be from Elizabeth Ave, and I walking through here every day, and I just randomly start shouting out another street. Like, what?
That makes sense.
You're gonna look like a weirdo. Like what?
So people from Newark then, like, for example, if I say I'm from Newark, somebody from Newark will specify what part of Newark they're from. Is that a thing, or will you just say Newark? Like you just.
It depends on who I'm talking to.
Okay.
It depends. Like if you don't know Newark or you're not from Newark, or I mean, I'm just gonna say Newark because you won't even understand if I broke it down anyway.
Type shit.
But if I'm talking, if I know you from Newark or Jersey or anywhere in my vicinity, I'm gonna say I'm from the South.
Okay.
A Newark person knows what the South means. Somebody who's not from Newark gonna say I'm talking about Alabama or something, like an actual Southern local. If I say I'm from the South and you from Newark, you know what area. I mean, you know my demographic. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So then I want to ask you a question. And so, like, what's some of your least favorite things about Newark? And what's those things, if you could fix it, what could it be?
One of my least favorite things about Newark is
and if you could fix it, what could it be? Yeah.
Honestly, we have a lot of haters. Like, to the point where we shouldn't be hating because we're all one. Like, we're Newark. It's like they already are going against us. Like, we have to stick together. It's like we have a lot of haters. They're like, damn, why are you so mad because I'm active? I'm not doing nothing to stop you from being active.
Wow.
Like, I'm not doing anything to you that's preventing you from being active. Why are you mad because I got up?
Wow.
And we got a lot of people that just watch you get up, or like stand up. Like, nigga, you can stand up. Your legs are there. I don't want to keep sitting there. I have to stand up. You can literally do the same thing.
Thanks.
Is there a little bit of and I'm saying survivor's guilt because I look at you as a successful businessman and still climbing, right? So like when you say that, when people say like they get upset because you made decisions, right? Like you say we got the same 24 hours, like you know what I mean, is there ever an element of like survivor's guilt or like feeling like you left people behind that?
Naturally, yeah. Okay. But at some point, you get over it. Everybody go through I could do this, or I could be doing more, or I should be bringing everybody, like, and then as you grow, you realize, like, I'm waddling. Like, that's just an impossible and unfair responsibility to put on yourself. I can't, there's no way in hell I can save the world. I can't. It's impossible. And for me to even think that, it's like unfair to me. Wow. And everybody's at some point gets to that level. Like everybody starts off like, yo, I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna like. Though it sounds good, it sounds good, but it's impossible. Wow. And then once you get to that fact, it's like I don't have that guilt anymore. I took that like that was too much weight for me anyway. I took that off my shoulders.
Yeah.
Burn yourself out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think that's something that's so like. I don't feel like it's talked about enough, honestly. Like, I feel like it's such a serious, like, because I think of, like, just in the event, like, say I were to, when we make it, I'm sorry, and there are people that have to get left behind, right? There are people that I feel like on that list, immediately I'm like, no, they have to come with me. Like, no. And then it's like, you can't always assume that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you want them there, and you know what I'm saying? It might make sense now, but the higher you climb, you could bridge a gap. You feel me? Or you could, like, make a gap. That's crazy. I hope my list is correct.
Yeah, man, you definitely do. You don't want, everybody got to put in their work. If not, that's how they get left behind. I can, you know what I mean? I can put you on game and sort of show you the way, but I can't, like, you know what I mean? I can't do it for you, bro.
Everybody got their, a little handful of people that no matter what they do, if they do anything, I got you regardless.
Right.
Everybody got their, however many that is. But then the rest of y'all, like, the rest of y'all is like, maybe.
Yeah. Provided you give some value or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do something.
Like,
we can help each other, but yeah.
Don't bank on this, but.
Right. Yeah. So, do you feel, I actually want to hear your opinion on this because I have my own opinions about this. Do you feel that Newark has immediately associated with or accredits itself to New York?
No, hell no. Wait, go ahead. Finish.
And does that limit the growth that you think can come out of Newark?
Newark is Newark. We are not associated.
Y'all don't claim
or
New York
affiliated with New York in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Like, we are Jersey. We are New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. We are not affiliated with New York.
All right.
They are neighbors. All
right. So I feel like coming from you, that makes sense. Like, I feel like you are a Newark dude. Like, you feel me? Like, of course. Like, you feel me? You have to be aware, though, that there are people in North Jersey who associate themselves, like, immediately their identity is, like, coming from the city. You know what I mean? The same way people in South Jersey
assume they're from
right. Like, you kind of just immediately.
It's not about assuming I'm that or accepting that. It's me accepting the fact that this is the route. I'm making a business decision. I don't really believe this. I'm swallowing my pride to do what's like the betterment of my situation. Yeah. So if saying I'm from New York or I represent New York is going to be that extra little push to get me to where I'm going, then so be it. So be it.
Yeah. It's business.
I mean, this ain't personal. This is a strictly business relationship.
Okay, so let me ask you. So then, do you think that could limit the growth or the attention that Newark should get? Because I guess what I'm saying is, like, from people who are, for example, if you're from Newark, right? People from Newark know you're from Newark, right? Mm-hmm. But then let's say you go to the next level where you're like commercial, you're Hollywood, you're this, and then you attach yourself to New York, right? So the people in Hollywood think that you're from New York. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna have to do that. They're gonna do that regardless. They're not even gonna ask you if you're from New Jersey or not.
They're just gonna put you in that.
You're in New York, and it's kind of like I ain't about to go out my way to correct you and then that fuck up.
Yeah.
It ain't worth
it.
Word. It ain't worth it.
Word.
So if you say New York, New York. As long as that check clear.
Word up.
If that's what it takes, fuck it.
All right, word.
We ain't gonna fuck the bag up. If we ain't gonna never do that.
There's that too. There's that too. Like, you can say whatever you want until you see that contract.
Yeah, as long as that thing clear.
Yeah, you feel me?
Go up.
Nah, that's facts.
For sure. So you created the Bellamy brand. Talk a little bit about it. What it means to you, where you plan to take it.
Well, the Bellamy brand is like, that's my junior. Like, it's like I had a son, and that's my son. So it's like I'm going to invest everything I have into to give that opportunity to grow as beautiful as possible. So it's like I don't even have a limit, a cap, or expectation. I just want it to keep constantly growing, however fast or however slow. I just want progression throughout the whole process. Like,
sure.
So what comes under the Bellamy brand? So, like you said, you're a man of many talents, right? I know you have the clothing line attached to it. Talk a little bit about that, how that got started.
The clothing brand thing is like, I just like merch. Like, I just like the idea of creating something and seeing it randomly. Like, I felt like all these Christian Dior's and them Givenchy's and stuff, like, them be old. no disrespect to them, but them be some old back in the day Caucasians and like or Italians and stuff. Like I don't really know nobody from that era that's a classic black brand. We got a lot of names. Everything is named after somebody. Like, why can't my name be that? Who's to say?
Indeed.
Did you always feel that way, or did something click for you to then start realizing it? Because I feel like that's a very that's thinking beyond just having like a brand. You know what I mean? That's almost like legacy building.
Yeah,
is what that, you know what I'm saying? So like
that's where I'm trying to be. I want to leave a legacy behind. Like when I go, I want to still be quoted. I want to still be inspired by it. I mean, I want to still be. I want that.
Like your name still lives.
Yeah, I want a street after me. I want to be statue worthy. Like I want to be that big.
Talk to me about so as someone who sees you right on Instagram all the time and like I said, performance events, when I hear you saying this stuff, I'm like, bro, I believe you. Like I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not selling me. I believe you. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%.
Yeah.
You one time said on Instagram, you said like the Bellamy Brand. What did you say? I'm a butcher. I'm not gonna say it, so I'm not gonna butcher it. But you said something along those lines, like basically, like, bro, I want this name to be like the empire almost. You feel what I'm saying? And I was like, bro,
at some point, it's gonna be a Bellamy Foundation. It's gonna be a Bellamy Scholarship. Like, all this is happening. It's gonna happen. Like,
yeah.
Were
do you have any?
Go ahead, go
ahead, Steve. No, because I was just gonna ask, like, do you have any like upcoming like fashion shows? And then with that, like, how can your brand get into like the New York Fashion Weeks and the Paris Fashion Weeks and things like that?
Like once the brand is officially where I want it, as far as the presentation to the actual public, like it's going to be a fashion show that precedes the actual like grand opening of the store. And like it's going to be a rollout. I mean, once it's ready, it's going to be rolled out. So everything you need to see or could think of, like it's probably on a whiteboard already. I mean, being set up.
That shit gotta be precise.
It's good. And if I get to the date in my head, and the rollout was not complete, it's not happening.
Right.
I don't care how long it takes. I keep pushing this grand opening back as far as it can be until that rollout is exactly what it's supposed to be, down to the smallest detail.
Yes, sir.
Indeed, perfection is key.
Were you always this? I don't even just want to say business because it's beyond business, but for lack of a better word, business minded. Did you always have this vision? Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
This
when did that start?
Or this ain't to like try to be cool. Like I always know. I really always knew I couldn't work for somebody.
Okay. Why? Why did you know that?
I always was I ain't like my mother and brother telling me stuff. Like if my mother asks me to do something and that aggravates me, imagine how aggravated I would be, and I don't even know you.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I don't even know you, and you about to be like, nah, I can't give you that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny. So like, are there people that you study for like professional development or like inspirational developments, i.e., books or like quotes or just anything? I'm
on YouTube every day. I read books. I was reading a book a month, but I stopped. And then since Ramadan, I started reading again. So I'm back reading daily. So it's like I read a lot, all business books. I've watched every interview of entrepreneurs and record label execs and like the Garvey V's.
Oh yeah,
Gary V. I'm sorry. I listen to all the Nipsey interviews. I listen to Rick Ross interviews. I listen to all Kevin Hart interviews. It's like, it's certain people that just give countless amount of gems, like countless amount of gems. It don't matter what you're doing. If you're at the top of it, I'm going to see how you build it. And I'm going to listen to the words, the books you read, the time you woke up, like, and the things that fit, that make sense to me, I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
All right.
Like,
Oh no, go ahead, Steve. More for it.
Can I ask then? Like you say, you're taking these opportunities and all these things. How did you come about? So as we introduced you before, you are manager to one of the more acclaimed rappers in the game, Tsu Surf, right? How did managing him come about? So I'm assuming there was a personal relationship there already because you guys are from both Newark. But talk about how like that kind of like relationship came and how you became then the manager of.
When I first met Surf, he was already like an active battle rapper. Like, granted, it was early. He was still he battle rapped already. Yeah, he was known for battle rap. He was already still he was recording music. So it's like when I first met him, I came on as a friend. Like, I met him through a friend of mine. Like, I was the third party in. So like I got introduced to Surf. We started like hanging out a little bit. If you're in the area, he'd call me. If I'm in his area, I happen to call him. Like, but we didn't like grow up together. So, like we met.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually met. But it's like, so he was already rapping and he had a manager. So I was just his man. It's like, so he like when he do these little gigs and stuff, he got a friend with him.
Okay.
He got a friend. So it's like, then we had the manager that we had. We felt like, yo, we young as hell. Like, we only getting $200-$300. Let us get the 2 and you take the 1. He wanted like the full like he wanted his percentage. Like it didn't matter what the fuck we was talking about.
Yeah.
And we like, bro, you already good.
Yeah.
Like, let us eat. It's $300. Let us eat.
Yeah.
So like, you really want the 190? Like, goddamn. Like,
wow.
So it's like at the wow, I be like, bro, like, you wilding. It's like, man, Surf had one of them conversations like, yo, he might, like, he wilding. Yeah. Like, even if realistically you're not doing anything wrong,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wilding. Like, come on, son, we little nope niggas trying to do the right thing. $300 coming in, like, and you taking 190 of it.
Was he from where you're from?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It was impersonal. It was business. He didn't care about where we was from, what we was talking about, none of that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I can't imagine somebody being from where you from doing that and being like, bro, you, like, you feel me? Like,
so we actually got rid of him. And I'll be like, yo, fuck him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, yo, we gonna look for another manager. But in the meantime, if somebody call for you, I'm gonna answer the phone until we find the manager. So people call it, I'm answering, yeah, Surf costs this much. Y'all gotta comp this, comp that, get us there, whatever the case may be. Another caller come up and I do the same, and it's moving. Like, it didn't slow down.
Yeah.
So then we had another sit down, like, maybe I should just do this, full time. Like, I can answer the phone. Like, I went to college and everything. I'm not a fool. Like, I went to school for business. Like, I know how to answer a phone and say, let us get a couple of dollars. So, like, I actually stumbled into that role. Like, that was not the plan. I was just his friend. So it's like, I fell into the ministry. Like, then we grew and learned the business together on the fly. It was a lot of shit that I didn't know or that he didn't even know. Like, nigga, what do you think? We just gonna go with the best route? Like, whatever, and we gonna see what happens. Like, we had to really learn. So I learned how to be a manager on the job.
So how much homework did you have to do then? So you say you're doing this on the fly, right? But like, how much
all that Rick Ross interview and all that shit kicked in right then. Like,
that's when you started watching.
I looked at all the labels that it's like Master P, everybody who owned a record label. I just started studying and listening to everything they said. I started Googling contracts, see what they're supposed to look like certain things that you're supposed to ask for regardless. Like,
how did you see this benefiting you and him, right? So like, obviously you're someone who is trying to take an entrepreneur route yourself, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you guys had the natural, genuine relationship that was there. But was there a time where you had to sit back and analyze, or you guys had to have the conversation of like, this is how this benefits me, and this is how this benefits you, right? You know what I mean? Did you have that conversation? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, we had that conversation. So it's like, when it was $300, $200 here, $300 here, maybe $350 here, it was an easy conversation. Like, you take $150, I take $150. It's not enough, but it's fair because it's only a little bit.
Right.
But then it's like, as the years and stuff grew, and the money, it's like, it's not $300 no more. Now it's $1,500. It's like, all right, if we about to do $750, yeah, we could do $750. But then the year go on and it's like, all right, it's not $1,500 no more. it's 3,500. It's like now it's like, all right, well look, we're gonna talk percentages now. Now we need percentages. Because as the money grow, we don't want to have these conversations later. So like whatever that money is, long as it meets our percentages, nobody can say anybody did anything wrong.
Right.
So now it's like, so we didn't, like the percentages, that came years in. Like we ain't had that conversation right away. It was just however much it was, we gonna bust it down.
Okay.
Like it was just like little licks at that point. We hit a little $500 lick. I mean, that's a quick 250. But then it started being thousands. People start wanting us to sign shit. Like y'all agreed to be here at this. Like, hold on now.
You really got
Like, oh shit, we signing shit now. Like we could get in trouble for this. Right. Like when y'all gave us money with no contract, if we wanted to dip, y'all got to deal with that in the street.
Yeah, type shit.
There's no court documents. It's nothing like. Whenever we see you, we see you. But then they start asking, like they start requiring shit back. Like, we got an obligation too. Like,
Bees, I know you got a question. I want to ask this real quick, Bees. You got the next question. Was it that easy of a decision? Was it that easy of a transition where it was like, okay, well, if we don't want to show up, we don't have to, right? And then now you're signing things, you're like, okay, now we have to show up, right? Was that an easy transition, or was that a hard lesson to learn? Like,
no, that wasn't an easy transition.
It wasn't.
When we first started, like everything was just straight raw. Like we could agree to do something on Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, ensure that we there.
Yeah.
And then we could wake up Friday and be like, it's a dub. Like, and we not calling. It's just a no call, no show. Like we was acting crazy, and then it's like sometimes like we'll get like they give us a time. We don't leave the house till that time. Like we too cool already. Like we was already too cool. Like we gonna be there. Like don't keep calling us. Like, we already told you we gonna be there. But then when you start signing shit and they say you read that fund and say I can sue or all that shit. I mean for a breach of contract. You like wait what? Damn. Like I start tapping surf a little more now. Like hey. Yeah, put your shoes on. Start tapping them and shit like, hey, the car outside. You know what I mean? Let's go, brother. Like, as you start getting a little more pep in your step when shit start getting real. Like,
I could dig it. So, like, what's some of your least and favorite things about managing overall?
Least? I think least varies from manager to manager. My least favorite thing is like, anytime it's a battle coming up. I hate what comes with battle mode.
Yeah.
It's like all the other outside jugs that we was making all stops. So it's like now he just sitting down prepping for battles. Like we can't hit the clubs. We ain't mingling with no DJs. We ain't got no little hostings. Like I ain't creating no events. Like it's just like I'm chilling. Like I'm bored now. So it's like, he's all in the back. So it's now like, all right, well, this right here is slow for 2 months maybe. I'm about to get that whole 2 months to the Bellamy. I just got to shift my whole. Like I got to adjust now. Like I got to shift and move things around. Like so it's not like, all right, now it's gonna be all Bellamy stuff right now. Like we on Bellamy shit. I'm gonna put a spoken word in here or something. I'm gonna create some content, create something. A feng shui around here. It's like I got to do something though, like because you're gonna have me sitting down chilling. That's ass. I'm gonna be stressed out. Like
so, but you have to know that's like as a manager, that's a big payday that's coming though. So like, even though you're sitting there, you're like, all right, like,
but it's like
the hustle when you just like you.
It's gonna hit, but that's 2 months like away money. What if
we gotta eat today?
Like that's
type shit. Okay,
this shit happening now, all up and through here. This shit happening right now as we speak. Like that gotta be hell no. Yeah, that's gonna be great when it hit. But that's when it hit.
Right.
Like right now, that's not even mine until it's in my possession.
Right.
You know what I mean, like that, you could renege.
Talk about it. Word.
Like you could renege. Like I still gotta be, you know what I mean, creating my safety net just in case you renege. What if I shut down shop? Like I got 20 coming.
That 20 don't show
and
up.
then that 20 don't show up, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What if while I'm waiting, well, I know I got 20. Let me go try to get 11 in there. Let me go try to get 8. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to get to 20. Let me get something. Let me eat. Let me buy me some time just in case that thing don't hit. Like, nah, hell no. I still got to get to it. Nah. Can't play like that.
Are there certain red flags for managing an artist that, like, you would try and steer clear of?
Red flags as in, like, what you mean?
Like, anything that comes with an artist. So, like, managing an artist.
Like, is it a red flag that Surf would do or something like that?
Any artist.
So, for example, is there a situation that you could identify where, like, say somebody comes to you and they're like, yo, I want you to be my manager, and they got like 2 poop albums out.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you can see that immediately. Though.
All right, word. That's what I'm saying. So, like, what are those things?
You can see that immediately. Like, I could just tell by the way you talk, like what you asking for, like what you demanding of me, like you just saying shit you heard or what you think you was like you supposed to. You think you killing it right now. Like you're at a job interview and you think you just knocked one out the park. Like what you sound crazy. It's like, what are you talking about? Like that's not even the right approach.
Right.
Okay. People will jump in my DM and say, "Yo, cuz," I'm like, "What?" That if this was if this was Def Jam or something like that, you'd have had a whole different behavior. Don't treat me less stuff. No, approach me the same way you would approach if you was at Def Jam. You wouldn't, yo, cuz you talking in gang signs, you flipping letters and. First of all, I don't even want to read. This is chicken scratch. Like they can spell a word the traditional way when you talking to me about business. Now, if you commenting on a picture or something and you socializing with me in that manner, you can be that person.
Right.
Yeah.
But we not kicking it. We not outside. You basically just kick my damn door open, yelling, yo, cuz, or what's like. First of all, why you kick my door open like that? Like that's crazy. You first of all you started with the kick door and then you cut like, nah, come on. Right. Don't treat me like the same because you wouldn't talk to them like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You walked in front of Diddy and you wouldn't talk to him like that. You'll be humble
at all.
I carry myself in that light. So whether you see it or not or accept it or not, that's on you. I'm carrying myself the same way they would because that's where I'm going.
That's where you're reaching.
Have you had to kind of like play that card with somebody like kind of approach you the wrong way and you just like, bro? Like,
I could turn it right off with you. I'm from that too. I mean, this is my profession.
Yeah.
I still go back like to the roots.
Still from North.
I'm still good out there. Like, what? Nah. Yeah, leave that alone.
Yeah. Bro, I just want to quote on this. I saw this, and I thought it was actually valuable. I was watching a Surf interview. It wasn't even like a formal interview. It was like one of those videos where he was just like, they were recording, he just happened to be talking kind of thing. And he said like, if you're from Newark and you do some funny shit, he was like, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Is what he said. He was like, there's no, like, you cannot fake your way through anything here. Like, everybody here knows.
First of all, we're going to feel it. We can see it. You're going to really show your hand. If you know you did some weirdo shit, you're going to be so uncomfortable because the energy is not going to line. Like, I'm a firm, like, energy is real. Let's get that clear.
Yeah.
Like, if you walk in a house, you know for a fact within 10 seconds of being in that house, if you about to have a good day or a bad day with your lady.
Oh, that's facts.
Absolutely.
That's facts.
Oh, this about to be one of them days.
That's facts. Yeah.
Because the energy is all up and through here.
Yeah.
And that's the same way with being weird in Newark. It ain't going to line. It's like, I could just tell by the way you overly laughing. Something as small as you overly laughing, like you're overcompensating for something.
Word.
I'm the one that said it, and I know for sure it wasn't that.
It wasn't that. Yeah.
It was a ha-ha. It wasn't a knee slapper.
So I want to double back to what I was talking about, what I saw in the video, because something that he said too, like to kind of to connect to that was in the heat of he was talking about like people being funny, like just being funny, and then he said, the only thing that you can do is remove yourself from that environment. Because he was like, the way I feel about you and the way whatever, he was like, that don't change pretty much at all. So he was like, the only way that I could not address like the fuck shit basically is like to leave, is what he said. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, that's such a like. I feel like there are rappers who die because they don't understand that concept.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro,
energy.
That goes
because
not
that
to cut you off, but
yeah.
that doubles back to agreeing that you can call me New York for the business.
Huh.
It's
okay.
like, I'm gonna make this conscious decision for the betterment of everything.
Everyone,
Yeah. Okay.
So to make
sense now.
make the most, to not make this anything more than it has to be, I'm gonna just remove myself. Everything else is gonna adjust around me.
That makes a lot of sense now. It's like that conversation just came full circle.
Indeed.
Or, yeah, that's fire. So we talked about you being a manager, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if Bees, did he say his favorite thing? I think you just said your least favorite thing.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. You didn't say your favorite thing. Yeah. So what is it?
No, about being a manager.
No, about managing.
Oh, about managing. My favorite thing is it really allows you like freedom, creativity wise. Like to be a manager, what in my relationship is like that's really my brother. So it's like I don't really have to consult with him too much. He allows me to be creative. Once I bring it to the table, at that point, if I actually brought it to you at this point, it makes at least some kind of sense. You don't have to always agree with what I come up with, but you'll be able to point out the logic in it. Know what I mean? Even if we got to tweak something. So it's like I can create anything. I can say, yo, we're going to do this show, this show, this show. We're going to host this. We're going to go here. We're going to do like, I have that freedom. So like, how many ways can I create a different revenue stream or a different?
Wow.
So it's like, that's my task. Like, that's my aspect. Like, how many of these can I create? Like, how many times can I make 1,000 real quick in a week? Like,
I love that y'all. I feel like y'all have an ideal situation being as though you guys have the relationship first, and then that happens. Like I feel like to be an artist and then like be looking for a manager, like when it's kind of like too late.
Yeah.
Like you're not sure that manager has your best interest in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause y'all just don't have that history. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
somebody you know, you grew up with, you trust.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, so managing being one of the many things that you do, obviously. You recently built a studio. You recently built a music studio or a recording studio, I believe, correct? Mm-hmm. Talk about that. How'd that idea come about?
That's Surf Studio. Okay. Surf is doing a studio. Okay. I have a store.
Okay.
But Surf Studio is basically like the new safe haven. Like this is our man cave right here. Like we could create out of here. We could chill. I mean, we could regroup. I mean, we could think. We could just, separate ourselves from the chaos. So it's like I'm within the process of what's going on. Like I'm calling the contractors. I'm scheduling things. With the help of the rest of the team. It's just dope to see that we're actually doing something. Like however small or big it is, like we're the creators now. So it's like we got to be the examples for Newark now. It's like we no longer looking up. We're the up.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's like just the process of that and seeing your work coming to fruition. It's like it's a high like that. That felt good. I want to do that again.
Wow. And so you have the studio. You also have the Airbnb that you built.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about that. Talk about that process. Is that an intimidating process to jump into?
I think anything that's intimidating is just self-doubt in yourself. Like it's not the task. The task is never intimidating. It's your confidence in yourself. Like if saying, let's just say I have $0 and the goal is 1,000. If in my head $1,000 is like too far beyond my grasp, I'm gonna doubt myself. So it's like now I feel like it's harder than what it actually is. It's not the task is what it is for anybody. You got to go 1, 2, 3 all the way to 1,000. It's the same steps for everybody in the world. It's only you only think it's more than what it is because you told yourself that. Like, but I believe I can get $1,000. So I'm not intimidated by the task. Now I just got to figure out what it's going to take to get me there. The task is reachable. I can see it. I just got to see how many steps it's going to take me to get there.
So talk a little bit about those steps. Talk a little bit about. So did you like build it from scratch? Did you kind of like buy a place and kind of like renovate it? Like, what was your approach?
Yeah, it's just getting a spot that you can really live in, and then changing your mind and saying, I'm gonna just rent it out.
Oh wow. So you kind of wanted to buy it first to live there, and then you were like, oh, we can kind of make money off of this. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So
everything really just be falling in your lap. Like if you just chill out sometimes and just, relax, take the burden of having to help everybody off. Like it frees up space in your shit to just think. Something like just chill out, like relax. If you actually relax, you can figure this out. You can choose to figure this out if you chill. And that's just the first step of actually getting up. Like I'm about to attempt to figure this out. Like just saying I'm about to attempt, you good. Because once you start, you're like, now it's a pride thing. You mean to tell me I really can't figure this out? Are you kidding me? I have to figure it out now for myself. Like, damn, I'm going to feel corny, sit back like, yo, I really couldn't figure that shit out. It's that hard? Like, why? What about me says I can't figure that out? I have to now. I'm committed.
Bees, were you going to say something?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to ask, when did you start the Airbnb process and everything?
That happened during once the pandemic hit. I think my creative juices just went wild. Like,
really,
like all I could do is sit down, and my mind really controls me. It's like it's hard for me to go to sleep at night because there's so much going on in my head. So it's like during the pandemic, I really can't go outside. Like y'all really shut down to everything. Yeah. So just going outside would be stupid. Like I'm really just outside.
For no reason.
It's like it's no agenda out here. Everything is literally closed. And you're not supposed to be outside, so you're really just looking for trouble. You're really just trying to be a rebel for no reason.
So go ahead.
I just want to say, which is crazy, because I feel like, especially when we've talked, I feel like every other creative they talked in that period got like stagnant.
That's what I was gonna say.
So I feel like that's kind of crazy for you to say, like, you know, your creative juices started just going crazy. And then also I want to just talk about how easy or hard it is for you, because you talked about every business that you have right now, how easy it is for you to manage all of them, and then how balancing it is. So obviously something might come up for the Airbnb and you gotta, alter here. Is it easier for you to kind of just alter and pivot and go and put everything?
It's easy because everything I'm doing so far I actually wanted to do. Okay. Everything I'm doing right now, like I care about. Right. So it's like that's like as a good parent, if you have one kid or if you have eight, you making sure all 8 eat regardless. All y'all have to eat regardless. It's like I love all y'all, so I'm gonna treat all y'all with the same care. And my businesses are my babies. So it's like whether I have one business or one baby or 3 businesses and 3 babies, I love all y'all because y'all all mine. Y'all all belong to me. And I have one job.
Take care of them.
To take care of y'all.
I love how not only enthusiastic you are about your work ethic and the things that like your business, but I also love how like simple you make it sound.
It's really simple. Like exactly, I said, you just actually slow down and say, yo, just relax a little bit and give it some clear thought, not clouded thought. Yeah. It's like you can't really think about this and 10 other things. Shut them other 9, 10 things out for a quick minute. Like just focus on this. Like give it some clear thought. If you actually give it some clear thought, you'll realize like I was making that way more. I made 3 less when I could have just went right. And that would have took me straight to the highway. Why did I make 3 lefts? Because I'm looking down at my phone. So I made because the nigga behind me beeped. So now I'm just all. But if I'm actually paying attention, I'm watching the light. I'm looking, I'm surveying where I'm at. I'm adjusting to the traffic. So this is going to be a smooth turn. This is smooth because I analyze everything around me. It only takes 2 seconds for me to check the light, check the cars, check if any pedestrians walking in the street. That takes 2 seconds. Some niggas be too busy for the 2 seconds that it takes to survey your surroundings. Because you really got to get to that text or you really got to see that like. And I'm not saying I don't be on the gram and all that stuff, but it's like if you really just lift your head up for 2 seconds, I can analyze this whole block. This light on yellow, so this one is about to turn green because as soon as that turn red, this one turn green. I already see you trying to steal base. You're about to run across the street. I see you. So now now I'm actually wait at the yellow because if I speed up to beat the yellow, I'm gonna crack your ass.
Yeah. I feel like you said a few things I want to comment on, but I feel like what I appreciated most was like you saying like having to slow down, right? Because I feel like I notice it a lot with my fiance because she moves slower than I do, and like sometimes I'll get aggravated. Or like, not like seriously, like argument aggravated, but like, it's like, come on, or like whatever. And she's like, why are you going so fast? Like, why are you so in a rush?
Now, let me counter with, let me agree to what she's saying.
I agree, yeah, 100%. Go ahead.
Where you going?
That's the thing.
It's like, even like, say I'm cruising because I'm adjusting. I see the light. I'm not going to make it. So why even rush up there just to hard stop? I'm in cruise mode because I analyzed that. The person behind me didn't analyze it. So he hauls ass, gets on my ass, and then zooms around me and get caught at the same light. So now I'm going to look at you and say, where you going?
Yeah.
Why are you so in a hurry to get nowhere?
But that's the thing. It's like you don't know. I didn't notice that I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, yo, you're walking fast. It's like, oh, all right. Like, let me slow down. Because it forced you to be like, yo.
You got your heart rate all high for no reason.
And when she asked me, she be like, yo, why are you in a rush sometimes? Like, sometimes we are in a rush. And I'm like, I want to get there, whatever. But like.
But look, let me counter that real quick. You wouldn't be in a rush ever if you actually slowed down and analyzed everything.
Exactly my point. Exactly. Like, and that's what I love
know
about it.
Traffic at this hour is a 30-minute delay. I know that because I took the 2 seconds to analyze this. But if I just get up and think shit sweet, I'm going to bump into that 30. Now I'm in a rush. Now I'm zooming on niggas' ass and doing like in and out. But if I already knew that at this time it's a 30-minute delay, I'm going to adjust by 40 minutes now. I'm going to cover the 30 and give me a 10-minute window.
So how did you arrive on this level of thinking? How did you arrive on this understanding that you can like relax for a second in life? That's not. I don't. If you say that was you since you were born, then I'd be like,
that's something you really gotta. That's something you gotta. Yeah. That's a conscious decision. You damn near can't even grow into that. You gotta literally tell yourself to slow down. Like that's something you can say to yourself out loud. Like,
and how long was that for you?
That happened.
Like from the time you made the decision to the time where you kind of got like good at it. Like you were like, I'm kind of like, this is now.
I think I made the decision probably like mid-20s. Cause like I had a kid, I lost my mom. So it's like,
sorry to hear that.
It was a lot going on. Like I had my mom and I lost my mom and had my daughter in the same year. So it's like the happiest I've ever felt and the worst I've ever felt in the same year. So it's like I didn't even know how to react or respond to anything. Is it okay for me to smile when I just lost my mom? Like, can I celebrate my daughter? Like, or I didn't know what emotion to feel. So it's like I have to get control of this, or I can crash out. Like, just step back, analyze each situation, control what you can. That was at the moment when you like control what you can control, and let everything else just be what it's going to be. I can't stress over something that I can't do anything about. That's again unfair to me because there's no answer to it.
So I want to touch a little bit on your poetry events. Talk a little bit about them and how those kind of put you on.
Those is also random too. That's just me again analyzing again. Newark is always naturally known for being aggressive. People don't even like coming to Newark just for the stigma of it's aggressive, it's dark out there. Like, what's something that attracts a more mature behavior crowd? Like, the person that comes to the spoken word may not be mature than the person that's outside, but the swag of the event is more mature than the natural Newark event. So like I want to create a whole different swag out here, like because I'm not no rah-rah. I'm cool. Everything about me says calm, cool, and like you can't get me rattled. So why would I create an environment that I don't even live in? I live in cool. Spoken word is cool to me. It's calm. You could feel like you just met a brother, a cousin. It's like, I relate to that. I'm going through that. We damn near sisters, or we damn near. It's just a grown up swag, and that's my type of swag. Like, all right, what can I do to create that?
I just want to shout out, those events are always well thrown, and they
Appreciate
go well.
that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I believe that's how we met. Actually,
For sure.
we met through a poetry thing.
Yes, sir.
I think what happened was I think what the backstory was, I think Surf was trying to throw an event for his birthday or something like that. He was trying to throw like a poetry thing, and he like kind of was like, tell me who I should put or like tag, you know, whoever. And I think I was tagging myself, and Chris, shout out Chris Taggis. He was everybody knows Chris on Instagram. He had like a good enough relationship with Surf to be like, yo, like my boy Ugly Steven, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So then Surf DM'd me and was like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, whatever the situation was. And then he sent me to you. He was like, I'm going to send you to Qua. At the time, he just sent my manager, but he's like, I'm going to send you to Qua, and he'll give you the details. And then, you know, we and I spoke briefly, but then it kind of never, like, transpired.
Word.
And then I think you started throwing your poetry events, and then you hit me, and I was like, yeah, let's definitely do that. Like 100%.
Let's lock it in.
No, but those events are always well thrown. Always well thrown, bro.
That.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
How do you go about finding those artists for your events?
Social media. Like, social media is the biggest platform. There's no limit to where your social media post can go. Right. So, like, just relying on the people who follow me.
Facts.
Do you ever, let me ask you a question. Do you ever come across poets in these events that you know for a fact you're never calling back?
For sure.
For sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
And I was like, I try not to, like, scale them before they come. I kind of trust them. Like, I take you at your word. Yeah. If you say you do poetry, I'm not about to say send me 18 videos and how many shows you like. You say you do poetry, we are about to find out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm going to throw you on there. So it's like, I don't know. I didn't grow up with no poets. Like, I don't know any poets. Prior to these events, now I know a ton. It's like, I didn't know any poets prior to these events. So it's like, I was just trusting y'all. Like, my first event could have went completely sour. Like, everybody could have got up there and sucked. And then I wouldn't have been, I'm on my 7th one. Like, I wouldn't have made it there if that first, if I trusted y'all came through. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's cool so far.
All right. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm not gonna lie. My friends here know, but when remember at the event where Surf was giving flowers, and then I got up and I kind of was like, "Bro, you like my favorite rapper?" type. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I was not bullshitting when I said that. Like, I feel like it was so convenient of an event that it probably felt like I was just saying that. But I'm like, no, if you literally go on my Spotify right now, like, you feel me? So I have as you being his manager, I have a few questions for you. Let's start with, what is your favorite project of his? So I'm starting there because you said you like Album Mode Surf better. And now we know better.
See, the thing about me, because a lot of people always ask me what's my favorite surf song or my favorite surf project or my whatever. Like, and it's going to sound cliche, but it's like, I really can't pick.
Oh, here
But wait,
listen,
but wait, hear me out. Hear me out. You want to know why I can't pick? It's because everything he's rapping about, I'm there. So it's like, I can honestly confirm these lyrics.
Yeah.
So it's like, at the time that he recorded it, because we're living it, it's lit. It's like, this is my favorite.
Wow.
This is my favorite. And then, like, as we grow and the restaurants get a little cooler and the scenery start getting a little better, we driving better cars and shit, and then he puts that in the music. When he starts, like, that's the time period he's talking about. We're currently living in it. So now this is my shit right now. Like, this is the album of my life right now. So it's like, what the time period that it came in, it was my favorite of that time period. Yeah. So, like, as the projects went and our different time periods of our lives went, this my favorite. This my time period that we living in.
All right, let me rephrase. Do you find yourself listening to one project more than another?
I don't listen to his projects straight through.
You kind of got, like,
I just play. I just play surf. Like, it's surf playing. Okay. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm about to listen to MSYKM. Like, I don't do that. I don't go to albums. Yeah. I mean, I'm listening to surf. Like, old shit could pop up, current shit could pop up, unreleased shit could pop up. It's like, I just hear surf. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't, all the time I don't even know what project this on at the time. Like, I don't know. It's surf.
That's fire.
Yeah, we listen. Crazy, we listening to surf. Like, what the fuck project do it matter? That don't matter.
Listen, I want to say this. I'm a geek on this moment because I can geek on this moment. It's my podcast, bro. So, back to what you were saying, how like when you hear the song, like you know it, like you were there, so you know it, right? Yeah. So I believe it's the Prudential Center that's in Newark.
Yeah.
The Prudential Center. All right. So he got a bar, Lamborghini Trucks on Live Ave, who's the king of Newark, right? That's the bar, right? And I never knew what, it sounded like he was saying Life Ave. And I'm like, I know he's saying some Newark shit because I don't know what it is. Yeah. But I'm like, what is he saying live? Like, I didn't get it. One day we drive to Prudential Center, right? This shit funny as hell. So we go to Prudential Center and for a concert. I think it was like Baby and all these people was performing at the Prudential Center. And we're driving through Newark, and I see Lafayette Avenue. And I'm like, Lafayette Live. I'm like, oh, this the streets. I'm like, yo, I really be living this nigga raps, bro. I was like, y'all really be out here, bro. I really be out. Nah, that's funny as hell. Yeah, I just wanted to get your favorite intakes on because I want, like, are there ever times where you're listening to him and you're like, nah, this ain't it?
Nah,
never.
The crazy part is Surf. This gonna sound as biased as possible.
Here we go.
Surf really don't have a verse that I don't like. Like the one that actually goes out, it's almost impossible for me not to like it.
Yeah,
because like even if something that I be thinking is what it needs to be to me, like hear it and it'll be two words that's off, and he takes those two words out or adjust that two words to a one word, like, and then he explain it. I can now hear it. Like, damn, that do sound
okay.
Yeah,
like so over the untrained ear, like that was I'm taking that verse to the bank.
Yeah,
but it's like then he'll make the smallest little change. You're like, wow, how did I not catch that? It's like by the time it actually goes out, oh, that's that. Yeah,
is he sending you these verses before they go out, or is he? You're just kind of
there. I'm sitting there, like I'm watching the process.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm seeing him sit down quiet for 20 minutes and then say, "All right, let me try something." Like I'm watching it.
Tough. You ever be in the studio with him? Does he ever? I'm sure the answer is yes, but like, does he ever do you ever hear him and be like, you just leveled up?
Yeah, I heard all.
Then, what I mean?
I heard all the trends. Like the first one came when we first met Joe Budden.
Okay.
It's like Surf had a certain bop to his raps. Like Surf it was no real structure. It was just Surf rapping. It's a beat playing. Surf is rapping on the beat, and he just wailing with raw. I can rap. We met Joe. We started really hanging around him. We started being in the studio with him. We started hearing his music. We started seeing the process of how you record. Like, this is a professional now. This is what it's supposed to look like. We see it. We hear it. We watching the process. Oh, we taking this back home. This not what ours look like.
Wow.
Our process don't look like this. Our environment don't look like this. It's like our music don't sound as crisp. Like, you start hearing our shit cloudy as hell. Like, that's what we was putting out? That shit sound like static compared to this. Oh, we gotta go back to the drawing board. We had a whole project. We scrapped the whole thing and started it all over.
Wow.
Like, oh, nah, that ain't that.
That
don't sound like that at all.
Would you say that is the number one thing Joe Budden may have taught you is like professionalism and like just
hell yeah. While Surf watching Joe process, I'm watching the people that don't rap around him.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing? Yeah, what you looking at? Like, what you listening for? Like, what this supposed to look like for you to be satisfied? How this supposed to be flowing? Like, I'm going to ask you. Like, I'm not scared to get advice. I'm not scared that you saying go ahead. Nah, like you can tell me mind my business. You can not give me the sauce. But I'm going to ask you. How this supposed to go? Like, what are you looking at? Like, is this what this supposed to look like? Like, no, I mean, what came? Like, what led? Like, what built this? Like, what created this? Like, did you make all the calls? Like, are you waiting for people to call Joe? Like, or are you? You know what I mean, I'm doing my homework while Surf sitting there watching Joe. He watching him in the booth. He watching him direct his engineer exactly how the engineer works. Like, this all stuff you got to learn. Like, the engineer can't tell you nothing. It don't matter how it sounds to you. I'm the artist. I'm the creator. You work for me. Surf is watching this. Joe is like, yo, no, turn that down, cut my mic up, do this, do that. Like, no, I don't care. Like, that may sound good to you, but no, turn that off. Surf is seeing this. I mean, Surf is also like, we went back home and had a whole different swag. I mean, we started creating different. He started recording different. You hear like he using less words. All his words are starting to mean something. He cutting off all the fat, all them. You don't need to say all that. Get straight to the point. Get straight to it. Don't miss a beat. Wow. Don't miss a beat. We try to make a living out of this. Don't miss a beat. Don't take not one bar off. If you not take one bar off, I'll guarantee you I'll create or find at least 2 shows. You do your part, I do my part. We gonna get crazy.
Because I am starting to see him on the Joe Budden podcast more and everything like that too. Like, is he going to start the pod more and everything?
You think we ain't when we are? We doing our homework. How do a pod supposed to look? Damn, nigga, we had 1 monitor. It's 8 computers up. It's a whole audio room back here, a whole team. It's 5 niggas behind cameras. I mean, it's like, this shit is proof sound, like it's a situation.
It's a studio. It's legitimately a podcasting studio.
Yeah, like this is real. Oh, you can't. Yeah,
he can carry a conversation too. Like he was doing this thing.
This don't look like I was. I should have said we ain't ready. We need a little bit more chicken. We need more hands on deck. We need to space this out more because people got to be able to move all through here without cutting in front of shit, without tripping over shit. Don't inconvenience me while you do your job. Don't fuck my job up to get your job done. Why we can't both do our job crisp? Oh yeah, we got work to do. We got work to do. All right, you do theirs while I prep for ours.
Bro, the level of homework and then just like in studying and just like absorption that I feel like is so impressive, bro. Like I'm hearing you say things and like, bro, I feel like, yeah, like we say, you was in the studio, like, bro, like, yeah, like, what do? You know what I'm saying? Or like you say, he's looking at Joe Budden, like why he's orchestrating the whole thing.
Why is Joe okay with this amount of people who don't rap in here?
Yeah,
y'all have to be doing something because now I need to weed out our studio sessions.
Yeah,
it's too many niggas in here that don't do shit. You don't even bring the snacks.
But for some reason, y'all got a place here though. But for some reason,
y'all in here. Yeah, bro, if you're gonna be in here when that nigga gets thirsty or he running out of backwoods and shit, you gotta at least be the nigga that's gonna keep. Yo, I'm gonna make that store run. I'm gonna make that store run. I'm about to go grab some water, some Dutch. I mean, whatever nigga smoke on. I'm gonna grab some waters. I'm gonna grab a whole 10 chicken sandwiches. Like I ain't about to take individual orders, but I could bring 10 chicken sandwiches, 10 fries, waters, backwoods. We in here. You did your job. You might not have to get up the rest of the stew session. You did your job. May only take 5 minutes. I may have a 24-hour job. Your job may be 2 hours. Your job may only start when we out on the road. Like, but have something that you like bring here. Like it's not. We ain't just friends no more. Cause that shit stopped when they started having obligations from us. We start signing shit. This ain't no game no more. Any of y'all fuck this up that don't even bring nothing to the table, that is a problem now. Wow. Because it's our names that's attached to this. They don't know y'all from a can of fucking paint. They gonna say Tsu Surf and his manager.
Fuck this up.
He gonna get it the worst. And I'm gonna be right behind him because I'm gonna be the main one that has to figure out the remedy. Wow. So now it's like, this is a business now. Like we ain't just chilling. If you ain't here to just chill, we'll call you when we got the show. Cause now we chilling. Yeah. We pulled up, we got that back in, we on chill mode now. This is for you. Like we won't kick you out of that. You just can't be a part of this part. This ain't your part. I'm gonna tag you in when we get to, you know what I mean? When it's time for you to dribble and shoot, I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna throw the alley. All you gotta do is push it through the rim. I'm gonna set you up.
When that time comes.
Right now, you trying to bring the ball up and you ain't even a point guard.
That ain't your job, bro.
That is not your job. Go in the corner and squat until I kick that thing too. Pause. Like go. Everybody has a job. Like this is a team. Like we look at this shit like a sport. Like we are professional players. I'm the point guard or Surf the point. However you want to put it. I'm the shooting guard. This is this. No, I mean this the wingman right here.
Next
he
in
could do a
command,
little
yeah.
bit of everything. He the 3. That nigga go to the store, carry the bag, push through the like he'll do whatever is needed at the time. Like if I can't look at you and say you do anything, how you hanging? Like what like
What is you here for?
and the person that invited you
That's
almost gonna
their
have to
way.
go.
So let me ask you a question then. What is if you can ramble these off the top of your head, what is proper studio etiquette versus like something that's totally not studio etiquette that you hate and you're like, I hate when people do this?
Proper studio etiquette is really just being there with some swag. Like when you walk in the studio, if you didn't walk in with us and you come like you're a straggler, you gotta calm down, take that 2 seconds and read the room. See what type of time we on before you do anything. Because you could walk in here and we could be lit. Surf ain't rapping. We just going through beats and listening to verses that's already recorded. We got a couple of females in here. We, you know what I mean, seeing what they bop to, what they don't bop to, so we can know which ones to push. I mean, we doing homework right now.
Even with the girls in the studio, they doing homework.
Yeah.
Even with the girls in the studio, they said they dance to this.
Yeah.
Maybe that ain't it.
You come in already drunk, spilling shit, or you in the way right now. You fucking the whole swag up. You completely all out of pocket right now. That's bad etiquette because you ain't even take the time out to see what we was on. Right, we could have been on your time. You could have walked ahead. We could have been on drink mode. Like, yo, we just drinking and bobbing ahead. We ain't want to be outside, but we ain't want to be in the house. Yeah. So you could have came in and got right to it. Drink whatever you drink because that's what we doing. But right now, we really doing homework. It looked like but we creating the environment so we can do our homework. We're going to throw this music up all the way up. We're going to see what them girls, know what I mean, start getting up to, what they bopping their head to, what's catching them, know what I mean, or which ones they just looking down in their phone. Oh, we scrapping this. Them bitches ain't look up yet. Go to the next one. Then you see them, know what I mean, sit up a little bit, see who else in here, know what I mean, they saying if it's okay to bounce. Like you see them taking their 2 seconds. They reading the room like, wait, we bopping? Like, is it okay for me to know what I mean? It's okay for me to loosen up? Like, she doing her homework. Let me see, like, and I'm watching you do your homework because I'm doing mine. Like, oh, all right, we like they seeing it, they feel it, they see where we going, they see our vision. They ain't all the way commit to it yet, but they
see it.
They on it, yeah. They watching I see where they going. Let me see if they're going. I think they're gonna make the right. If they make that right, it's up. Type shit. Now you could go 2 ways. You can either make the right and shit go up, or you can make the left and you be like, this nigga don't even know where he going.
Yeah, fucking the vibes up. Yeah.
He don't even know where he going. Like, but if they know, like, if he go right, it's up. Yeah. And then you hit that right with the ass out, like you you don't just turn, you spin the block. You got the ass out. She like, what? He took us there. It's up. Okay. Them bitches love us now. Now they call it like, yo, when that y'all having another stew? Now it's a vibe. now it's a vibe. Like they call it. They want to be back in there because that environment that we created, that's what they want to be a part of. And that's what that environment. We want that everywhere. Every time it's RawBunch, anything on it, you know, like, oh, this gonna be one of them ones. I know how they come. We create that.
I actually wanted to ask you about RawBunch. I wanted to ask you about that. Is that kind of just like a collective amongst the closest people? Is that like a brand?
RawBunch is really the company, the umbrella. Okay. RawBunch is the label. Okay. So it's like whatever we do, like whatever surf or whatever's event, whatever show, like the money is channeling through RawBunch, and then it's going to Surf's account, Qua account. Like RawBunch is the actual. The business, yeah, that's the actual Walmart. Like that's the. I mean, granted, we don't have a building and stuff, but if we had an office, we would be punching into.
Like they're not paying Qua Bellamy. They're paying RawBunch, and Qua Bellamy is getting a cut of that personally. Okay,
exactly.
When you sign contracts, it's RawBunch signing that contract.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, got you. Okay, I always wanted to know that because I see y'all with the RawBunch, and I was like, I don't know if that's like their thing, because we had Frankie Hill, who's a Jersey rapper, who's amazing by the way. What did he say about his the committee? He had a group where they started out being somewhat of kind of like a label, but then as they kind of grew apart, they all still kind of referred to themselves as the committee. It was just like homies, like it was just like, you know what I'm saying, like what they call themselves. So yeah, I kind of wanted to get the picture on that and what the RawBunch was. I see y'all freaking it. I see the chain, and I was like, yeah, I wanted to know what that was. All right, wait. I still got a question though. We were talking about favorites. You said albums, and you kind of gave me an answer that I didn't love. I didn't love it. But do you have a favorite battle of his? Or maybe a favorite battle? Like, or a memorable battle? You know what I mean? Just
I felt like it was two battles that stood out. Hollow and Hitman's.
Oh, Hitman.
It's like, and they both had their own reasons why they stood out. Like I like all his battles, but it's like some just more monumental. Like the other ones is just you showing you can rap better than these niggas. But it's like the Hollow one is like walking into that Hollow battle. We was kind of like he could fuck us up. Like he could fuck everything we got going up. Like we're putting a lot on the line.
Wow.
like that's where we looked at Hollow at. Like Hollow was Hollow. Like he's the biggest name in battle rap. Like he could start fucking up really what we got going on, and it'd be back to the drum board. But it's just like I'm trusting you to do your job. Like I'm putting the pressure on you. I'm telling you like this matters. And then to get there, and there's nothing you can do, and it's like all on him, and you watching him really hold a set down. Like yo, he out there brawling for the game
with the Giants. Like, with the Giants,
he is out there throwing them shits for the game. Like he's doing that for us. Like this is bigger than him.
Wow.
And then to see him really go out there and really start holding his own, like arguably winning, like boy, you make like let's fuck like.
I was ready to jump out there.
Boy, yo, it's like yeah, nigga. From now on, that's how you rap. And then it's like, so that was how that was. Yeah. And then why Hitman shit mattered is because we ain't never felt that before. It's like that first round Hitman put on, he got the building going.
I was gonna say that was that was a slugfest. That battle, that was like yeah.
We ain't never get punched this hard. Like niggas don't even rile the crowds up this much for like against us. We used to being on the good end of this.
Where was that battle?
That was.
Was it in St. Louis?
Oh no, I want to say New York.
Okay.
Where was that? That's a good question. I want to know that. I forgot. But it's like
I say that because the crowd was very involved. Like it was very.
And he had that shit on, and we never like, damn, this what we be doing to niggas? Wow. Like, oh, this suck. This suck. And I'm trying to keep a straight face, like trying not to like add fuel to the fire. Because if you look at me and I look defeated, it's up.
That's a bad joint. Yeah, that's a bad joint.
So I'm trying to keep my composure, but Hitman got this shit going crazy in here. And I'm looking at the crowd, they losing they fucking cool. They wailing. I'm like, wow. I don't know how like this a new like this foreign territory. I don't know how he gonna respond to this. Then for you to know me again, go out there and say I got y'all. Like I'm gonna get crazy. I'm gonna hold a set down. Like he did his job. It's like so those is like big moments. Like those is like the biggest moments. Like them other battles, like yeah, he be wilding. So it's like I be like I'm loving what you're doing, but it's like I expect this.
Word.
Okay, yeah. I expect this. No,
it wasn't impressive. Like you weren't like yeah.
You had 30.
Yeah.
All right, it was against the Knicks.
Yeah.
No, I give you credit for the 30 though. No, I love that you had 30, but it's like, I had you down for that already.
Yeah. All right, man. I feel like you're answering the most professionally manager way possible. You feel me? I wanted to get some hot takes or something like. Oh no, I ain't gonna do that.
What?
Never mind, we're not gonna go there. Is there anything else that you haven't touched yet that you, in terms of business, that you know you want to get your hands in?
I want to have a wine, and I want to have. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tap into the wine business. I'm definitely gonna get a wine. I definitely want to do. I want to do like a lounge, like that whole cool swaggy environment. I want to create that. For as many people. Like I want to. This what being cool really feel like. Like so you could go back and do your adjustments. You could be like, oh, I'm cool as shit. Like that's all the way in my life. Or you could be like, damn, I'm not that cool. Or you could be like, what is perceived as cool? I don't even want that. Let me stop trying to be cool. Let me just go be my regular self. Like, and I'm not regular as in like disrespecting him, but the true to me.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I thought I wanted that. That's what that is. Like that's what girls expect, or that's I ain't doing that. I'm not buying y'all 3 bottles. I don't even drink. Maybe I don't want to be cool. Like, so the environment is going to, do the homework for you.
I feel like I pay attention to just like self-development, I feel like. And I just feel like I can just tell that you've done a lot of
I had a lot of conversations with myself out loud.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like I don't talk about that, but it's like I'm alone a lot. Like I have friends but when I go home, like sometimes, like I have a lot of alone time, I go to the restaurant by myself. I go to the real movie theater, like sitting in the movie by myself. Like I'm on my own time. I'm laughing at the jokes that I think is funny. I'm not being influenced by what y'all think is funny or nothing. I'm in here in the middle seat, directly in front of the screen with my feet up on a chair in front of me. I'm chilling.
Necessary.
It's a good joint.
Yeah, bro. Just
everybody.
necessary, bro.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
So to piggyback off that though, so do you have anything large on the horizon that everybody should be looking out for coming soon or anything?
Well, right now is like just an abundance of Tsu Surf music, Tsu Surf appearances, Tsu Surf shows. It's like whether you see him on a battle stage, whether you see him in a concert, one of these concert stops. Whether you just listening to the album, whether you tapping into his lives, like YouTube vlogs and stuff. It's just about to be a lot of that. Like just gonna be a lot of that, and all in between those, you're gonna be seeing Bellamy shit being. So it's just gonna be a constant something. So it's like I don't know what's what, where everything is placed at yet. I just know it's all gonna be in rotation some way, somehow. Like and that's about to happen like now. Like walking right into that.
I want to ask you a question real quick before you go, because you were just talking about how it's about to be like Tsu Surf season, right? When you're a manager, right? And the example I use a lot is like when you're a kid. You could be like, I want to go to the NBA. Like, that's my goal, right? And, like, everything you do is, like, in trajectory of that. When you're a manager, is the goal to, for example, like, you want Surf to go commercial? Or I know that's probably not it, but, like, whatever the case. You want Surf to get to Drake level. You want Surf. Is there something that you guys are working towards, or is it just simply more wealth?
It's more just making our lives as convenient as possible. Whatever we want to do, how ignorant the next person may think it is, if we want to do it, we should better do it. Whether it's time, whether it's financially. Like, if I decide right after this, I want to go to the airport and buy a ticket to Miami and stay until next week, I should better walk out of here and decide that without really giving it too much thought. Like, damn, well, I got to go to work too. I got to wait for this many checks. And then if I cut back on this, maybe I could, but I can't even stay the 2 weeks that I want because I have to come back to work. And it's like, I should be able to control all that because it's me. Like, why is somebody else controlling me? The only person that should control me is me. Like, long as I'm not out here hurting nobody where I'm becoming a menace to society and you got to remove me from the streets, long as I'm not doing that, technically, I'm not bothering y'all. So why bother me? I'm really just over here doing my thing, providing for the people that I want to provide for and living the life the way I want to live it. I'm not fucking with none of y'all. I'm not interfering with none of y'all. I'm not harming none of y'all. I'm not taking from none of y'all. I'm not throwing bad energy to. I'm trying to motivate you, actually. I'm really just in my bag. I'm not touching your bag at all. I'm not trying to rip at your shit. I'm not pushing you out the way. I'm not stealing items that you're reaching for. I'm not doing nothing to make, like, let me do me. And whatever that is, however much money I want to make, like, that's all up to me. I don't even have a set number. I could change it every day if I want. You know what I mean? It's like, let me do me. Like, that's it.
So you guys want to create time and opportunities to live the life that you just want to live. Whatever you want to be able to do, whatever you want to do.
I should be able to say, if Surf decide, yo, for the next project, I'm going to just X out everything. We're going to go to wherever we want to go for 2 months until this project is over. However long that take or however short that take, that's how long we're going to be. I should better do that. He should better do that.
But the goal is not like, for example, we got to get signed to a major, so we got to make
We had that. We wanted to. Until we realized we could do it ourselves. Same way we wanted a manager. I can do this. Like, yeah, we wanted that tag, but it's like, this day and age, what do that really do? If this is back in the day where the only way we could reach other states was through y'all because we don't have the means or know-how or any of that to get there, that's different. What can you do? If you could book something, I book shit all the time. What are you really doing that I can't do? What are you really doing that I can't take the time out and actually learn, even if I don't know how to do it? I can learn it because you learned it. How the fuck can I do it if you showed that somebody can do it?
So I'm gonna hit you with a situation then. All right. Or maybe not a situation, but like, what is, let's say a major approaches you. Let's say Atlantic approaches you. And it's like, yo, like, we want to sign Surf, let's say, right? What is on the table and what's not on the table? Like, what are things that, like, you're like, if they said, well, we want to do this, or you were like, no.
First of all, that number would have to be stupid. That number could, we already chilling. Like, we ain't all the way where we want to be. Like, we want to keep, but we chilling. So it's like, you can't make us comfortable because we already comfortable. So you're not creating something that's foreign to us. So it's like, now what could you do to the other people that I love that I ain't there yet? How can you speed that process up? If you can't change the lives over the people I love, you already starting too low. Because you're not adding comfort to my life because I'm comfortable already. You don't even know the level of my comfort. I could already be at my max comfort. I don't want nothing more than this. So it's like, you're not doing anything for me. Now, can you start changing their lives because I don't got enough for them yet? I'm working on their shit now. Like, do you got enough for the people that I love now? So if me and Surf's comfortability level is 1 million, that's like, if we get to 1 million, we super straight. If we decided that, and you say, yo, I got 2 million for you, we could take it. It's a come up. It's like, I don't need it because I'm already at as most comfortable as I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I already got the cars I love. So, yeah, I got enough money to buy more cars. But why? I got the cars I love already. These are my dream cars. I got them.
Good.
I'm in the house that I want to be in. I'm not about to move no time soon. I already told my family this is where we at for the next 5 years. I committed to that already. You're not about to up and move me. Like, I'm chilling already.
Wow.
So it's like, and what now? I got to start talking about them. Well, she want this. She need that. She about to graduate. I got to make sure she good because she earned it. We don't even have enough graduates over here to not reward that.
Word.
Hey, man.
Word. Talk about it. Word.
Hey, man.
That's a fact.
That's a Fendi.
So it's like, now I'm looking at them. Damn, I got a 4-year-old. I got an 8-year-old. And these just, can that money affect her by the time she turned 18? So I already don't got to worry about college. That's another stress that you just took off my back. Like, I'm thinking there now.
Wow.
That's just one. He didn't get the Tsu. So, yeah, that number got to be stupid.
Surf life already way more expensive than mine because he's the act.
Yeah, he's the artist.
So if Surf, I may need one of these. Surf might need 8.
Wow.
So it's like, he got to, you just talking about me where I'm thinking.
Wow.
That number got
Now we got to accommodate the actual talent that you want to buy. I got to be comfortable first. Well, not first, but I got to be comfortable for me to even want to bring it to Surf. It's like, I could tell Surf, y'all never called.
Wow. Just because it's not even worth it. I know it's not even going,
We going to fight about this because this is not enough for me. And I know what you want. We're not about to beef over this. We're not going to avoid it. Because we're going to beef. Because I have a number in my head. You have a number in your head. This is not equal to that. So who's going to take the short?
Yeah, who gonna get compromised? Yeah.
Who's going to take the short? Are we about to agree that we both take a short? And you think I ain't about to just say you get what you're not, and he ain't about to do the same either. Like, we ain't even about to go there. So that, like,
Wow.
So that number already got to be, and now it's like, all right, we can have the conversation. Like, we could still say nah because we don't even like what y'all represent. We don't like what, you know what I mean? So, like, now we can actually see if this worthy. Because y'all at least made us stand up. Like, hold on. Maybe we should see what they talk about. Let's just hear them out.
Word.
Let's just hear them out. So it's like, it's a lot that go into that, but they all simple.
Hey, man, listen. It has been a great episode.
Yeah, this thing a banger.
Yeah, man. I'm so just on my final note, man, I'm impressed with, just the homework that you do for things that you don't know and don't have. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like you carry yourself in such a student of life mentality with the confidence of like anything can be done. You feel what I'm saying? Sure. So it's just like that combined with like the studying that you do, that combined with like the patience. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about that patience and just being like, you know what I'm saying? Like present in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much just like self work that's done, bro.
And then the act to actually go do it, because a lot of people don't have that either. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure, bro. It's been a pleasure knowing you anyway. You feel me? Yeah, bro. We definitely look forward to what you have coming next, bro. Real quick. Do you want to tag your Instagram and like where they can find you, your website, all that jazz?
The Instagram is QUA.Bellamy, BELLAMY. That's the Instagram. QUA.Bellamy.